You have the opportunity of a lifetime that we are going to be talking about in today's episode, creating generational freedom. Now, when you understand that you have the ability to change not only your life, but the lives of your family, friends, your future kids' lives, you have the ability to basically impact anyone and everyone that you come into contact with through the actions that you take today. You'll know that procrastination simply won't be able to exist because you know what's at stake. And the only thing that does exist when you're in the process of creating generational freedom is focus. So that's why when we're talking about how to create generational freedom in this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 easy things that you can improve upon today to do so. And be sure to stick around for the entire episode because at the end, I'm going to be giving you a great action step to get you started. So let's do it. Welcome to another episode of the Dream Lifestyle Podcast. My name is Trevon Gross Jr., and I'm very excited to have you here because you matter, your dream matters, and I believe in you. This entire podcast is purposed to help you find your how by focusing on achieving excellence in your process. So if you are somebody that feels stuck, you want more for your life, you want better for your life, you just have some goals that you're trying to hit, this is the place that you need to be. You found the right home. So be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the bell so that way you can stay up to date with all the new podcast episodes from here on out. I'd appreciate having you listen because I really believe in you and I really do want to help. Also, be on the lookout for the Dreamer Symposium that's happening December 17th. It's the very first in-person experience where we are going to have truly an experience with getting clear on our goals. We're getting clear on our how, so that way we can really take real action towards our goals and our dreams. So be sure to get your ticket to that. VIP tickets are available until December 1st. So be sure to get it. Don't waste time. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this experience because it truly has the potential. It has the potency. It has the ability to change your life. You're going to have your mindset shifted. You're going to have perspective shifted, and you're really just going to get new fire to take action in your life. So you don't want to miss it. Now, let's get to today's episode. In this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you how to create generational freedom. Okay. And I want to start by just talking about what generational freedom is, and just why it's higher. It's honestly working higher, thinking higher. It's just on a higher level than just generational wealth. That's what everyone talks about, is how they want to create generational wealth. And to me, you know, a lot of times when people say they want money, it's not that they want money. They really just want what money brings. And that is what generational freedom is. Okay. Now be clear. Generational freedom does not require money. But what I can tell you is when it's done right, money will be included. Okay. Now, generational freedom speaks to more of a mindset. It speaks to more of core values. It speaks to reputation, things of that nature, like things that are intangible, things that are priceless, that are being passed down through generations. Okay. When you pass along certain skills, when you pass along certain traits, certain principles, certain laws, certain core values, things of that nature onto future generations and allow them to grow into it, it speaks to being. And I'm very big on that. Generational wealth is something that is in the have category. Like, it's anybody can have generational wealth, but that doesn't mean that they have generational freedom. But when you have generational freedom, more than likely you have generational wealth. But it starts with being. All right. It starts with the actions that you can take today in order to make an impact onto the world, because you really do have an opportunity to impact every single person that you come into contact with, whether they're your closest of friends or the best stranger ever, whether it's your coworker that gets on your nerves, or it's the complete stranger at the grocery store. Whoever it is, you really have an opportunity to impact them in a way that shifts their entire life for good. But it's up to you to make the decision to do that. It's up to you to truly understand the opportunity that's in front of you. And, when you do that, when you truly understand the type of opportunity that you have to create this type of generational freedom that I'm talking about, of where you're just able to live life at peace, when you're always growing, when you're always just being more, when you're able to just rise to any challenge and basically become bigger than your problems. When you do that, you literally will be influencing people to do the same way. You'll be influencing people. It's literally like contagious when you live your life this type of way, but it starts with what you do in today. Creating generational freedom truly is an everyday process. And, what I find funny, particularly, when people talk about they want to create generational wealth, is that they don't understand when you're creating something generationally, you have to sacrifice now for the benefit of later. And for most people, they say they want generational wealth, but they will go on vacation every other month. Now, what people do in their spare time and what they want to do with their money, that's their right. We're all adults. But when you think about creating generational wealth, and be clear, creating generational wealth is way more than just making six figures. It's way more than $1 million. It's more than, honestly, $10 million at this point. But you're going to need to make sure that you are making some sacrifices today for the benefit of later, for the benefit of your friends, for the benefit of your future kids, for the benefit of just anyone that you come into contact with, because that is what will be required if you're trying to create that level of wealth. But it starts with creating generational freedom. And so I'm going to start with just giving you the first thing that you need to improve in order to create generational freedom. And that is, you need to improve your mindset. All right. That is the number one thing that you have to do. And it's the most important because it says in the Bible, as a man thinketh, so is he. And so when you think about your own life and you think about your mindset, in what ways is your mindset holding you back? In what ways is your mindset holding you hostage from all that God has for you? All right. And you really want to figure out the blind spots that you have, but you do need a shift in mindset so that way you can become more, because becoming more speaks to mindset. All right. When you have a certain mindset, we all know people that are just stuck in their ways. And because they're stuck in their ways, their life is going to look the same. But it's the people that are willing to properly self-examine themselves. It's the people that are willing to hold themselves accountable to whatever it is that they commit to. It's the people that are willing to take criticism. It's the people that are willing to get out of their comfort zone and just adopt a mindset of excellence, that they will truly see their life change because they are making the decision every single day to improve their mindset. And there's a lot of ways in which you can improve your mindset. So if you want to start, if you're trying to find a free way to do it, I would encourage you to go in the description link below and grab a copy of the Dream Workbook. It's a great start. But whether it's, having some sort of affirming statement in your morning routine, or just having some sort of affirming statement just throughout the day you have to yourself, whatever the case may be, but you want to shift your mindset towards opportunity. You want to shift your mindset towards what's possible and what's positive rather than what's negative. Right. And an example of this, so you understand what I'm saying, if you are so focused on what you don't have, you're so focused on what you can't do, you're so focused on the obstacle, you're so focused on just how hard it is, you're so focused on just what people may think or whatever the case may be, you need to improve your mindset. But when you don't do that, when you stay in that place of focusing on the negative, you're going to stay in the negative and your life's going to reflect that. And so you have to make the decision to shift your focus to positive, because in the same way you have the ability to focus on the negative in your life, you have the ability to focus on the positive. And when you focus on the positive, less people will be able to bother you. You're going to start feeling less stress. You're going to start feeling less worry, just because the only thing that you see around you is opportunity, and you will just see positivity all around you. You're going to be at peace with your life. And that is what you're going to be able to do when you improve your mindset. Okay, because your mindset is really the beginning. It's really the foundation to it all. And especially in the realm of finances, you can speak to anyone that is wealthy. You can speak to anyone that knows how to build wealth and everything like that. They always say, start with your mindset. You have to shift your mindset of how you think about money. You have to shift your mindset about how you just look at life, so on and so forth. But you need to make sure that you start with improving your mindset. And it's really in this step that money will come. And this is just another free gem for those of you that are trying to build the generational wealth. And I want you to shift that to building generational freedom. But when you focus so much on money and making money and all that fun stuff, you are literally pushing it further away from yourself. All right. The funny thing about money, the more you focus on it, the harder it will be to get it. But when you start focusing on contributing, when you start focusing on adding value to every conversation, when you focus on just being valuable wherever you go, money will literally just come your way. It's like the law of attraction. When you just make the decision, wherever I go, I'm going to be valuable. Wherever I go, I'm going to contribute. I'm going to give before I even think about taking, things of that nature. When you do that, money will come. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you something. All right. So I hope you take that advice. But just make sure that you are doing something every single day to improve your mindset, because that is the number one thing that you can do to start creating generational freedom. Right now, the second thing that you need to do to start creating generational freedom: improve your body. All right. Improve your physical health. And the reason why you want to do that is because while you're in process of improving your physical health, you are creating disciplines, and you're creating um, basically patterns that will breed confidence. Okay. And the reason why you want to be disciplined is because you can have the right mindset, but if you don't have discipline, you're not going to be taking much action. Right. And in the same way as well, additionally to improving your body, you're just going to feel really good physically. And when you feel really good physically, you're going to basically allow yourself and put yourself in position for everything in your life to go a certain way. Because you can have the greatest mindset in the world, but if you roll out of bed and every joint in your body is cracking and aching and everything like that, you are not going to feel that energized to take on the day. And if you aren't that energized to take on the day, you're less likely to take chances. You're less likely to take risk. You're less likely to make the types of decisions that you're going to need to make in order to create the generational freedom. All right. So you want to make sure that you are improving your body. And so I'm not telling you to start going crazy in the gym or anything like that, but you need to develop some sort of routine for yourself to just improve your body. And you can do a very simple 10-minute exercise every single morning. I do, even outside of my workout on the day, just every morning I have a very short routine that I go through just to kind of make sure that my body is strong, the joints are strong, things of that nature. Just really, really easy stuff, but it's a discipline. And because I do that every single day, it allows my body to feel good, and it allows me to start my day with some confidence, along with the mindset of my affirming statements, my power statement, my belief statements, and everything like that I begin my day with, along with prayer, of course. But when you basically align the physical with the mental, you basically put yourself in position to be unstoppable. All right. And so the reason why I start with those two things, and I want to sum up those two things, and I'm going to give you guys the last step. When you do those things, when you improve your mindset, it's contagious. When you work on your body and improve your body, it's contagious. People will notice. And when you think about, again, generational freedom, you're passing on way more than just money. You're passing on mindsets. You're passing on discipline. You're passing on core values. You're passing on principles that truly will outlast any dollar amount. And when you make the decision to improve your mindset in some way, you're going to find yourself wanting to learn new skills. You're going to find yourself seeking out new knowledge, so that way you can become a better version of yourself. So that way you can become the best version of yourself. And it starts with your mindset. It starts with your body, because I can tell you the best version of yourself goes to the gym. The best version of yourself reads books. The best version of yourself basically lives a disciplined lifestyle of excellence. All right. That's what the best version of yourself does. And that's what God calls us to be. And we have to take care of our temples. We have to take care of our minds, because literally God has set things up in a way where we can literally have whatever we want in our lives, but it's just simply up to us to put our faith to work. And so you may be listening to me right now and you're like, there are some things that I want to accomplish in my life. I'm telling you right now, just start with your mindset and then start on improving your body. You do those two things, I'm telling you, you're going to see a shift. And especially with the body piece, because the physical body, the human body, is, in my opinion, the easiest way to see progress. If you want to see your, at least get started when you think about achieving goals and things like that, go to the gym 3 times a week for a month. I'm telling you, you will see a change. Whether it's physically, where it's a physical change, whether it's a loss of weight or anything like that, where you see some abs, or it's just it's an energy change where you just have more energy on the day, whatever it is. But I'm telling you, when you make that decision to improve your body, when you make that decision to improve your mindset, it really is contagious. And when you think about, for those of you that have kids or want kids or anything like that, those are the type of lessons that you really want to pass on. So that way they're able to take it and run with it. Because if they don't have discipline, right? We're talking about kids. When you're talking about kids, when you talk about just future generations, right? Future generations that you have the ability to impact today, you may be able to pass them all the money in the world. But do you think they're really going to be able to keep it if they don't have the right disciplines, if they don't have the right mindsets, if they aren't healthy to even live long enough to enjoy it or do something with it? That's that's what I'm saying. Why generational freedom is necessary. Generational freedom is step one before we even get to generational wealth. Because again, you can have generational wealth without generational freedom. But when you have generational freedom, generational wealth is going to come. Okay, generational wealth is going to come when you have generational freedom. But you want to make sure that you start with improving your mindset and improving your body. All right. And now, the third thing that you need to improve when you think about creating generational freedom, and it's somewhat along the same vein of what I just shared, is you want to improve your reputation. All right. I did an episode, I think it might have been like the second episode ever of this podcast, where I talked about building personal capital. Right. I'll actually put it somewhere in the description or something so you can check it out. But you want to make sure that you're improving your reputation. Now, your reputation is very important. I don't care who you are, whether you're in the corporate world, entrepreneur, content creator, whatever you do, your reputation is important. And you really want to think about, what do people say about you when you're in the room? What do people say about you when you're not in the room? What do people think about you? What are people going to say at your funeral? You want to start thinking about these things because, again, we're talking about generational freedom. We're talking about legacy. We're talking about when I am no longer here on this earth. What did I do to make the earth better? All right. I heard it once in a great room I was in, where it talked about how, as a person talked about, he said, who is breathing easier because of you? And that to me is like, that question encompasses everything generational freedom is. Because again, someone can breathe easier just because you always have the right thing to say. Someone may be breathing easier just because of your mere presence, because of what you represent. Doesn't necessarily always have to be money, right? Because that's what generational wealth necessarily connotates. But when you think about just making impact, like real impact on people's lives, real impact on your friends, real impact on your family, really shifting the trajectory of your family, of your loved ones, of your future kids, and elevating them to a place that even you might not have ever imagined. It really does start with mindset. It starts with core values. It starts with just what's in your heart that you decide to really take action towards. Okay. And when you have a reputation that precedes you, when you have a positive reputation where no one can say a bad thing about you, when you have the type of reputation that people are proud of, you're going to start seeing people gravitate towards you. You're going to start seeing yourself become valuable. And again, when you become valuable, you get paid. Right now, again, I'm not saying for you to do any of this for money, because it's not about money. This is all about purpose. But you don't have to worry about money when you're focused on improving your mindset. You don't have to worry about money when you're focused on improving your body. You will not have to worry about money if you work on improving your reputation. And you do that through achieving excellence in your process. You do that through finding every single way possible to just improve. You do that by shining light on your blind spots and just being honest with yourself. And you just basically improve your reputation to where people know that you're an honest person. People know that you operate with integrity. People know that you do things a certain way in excellence. And they'll never be able to say a bad thing about you. And I'm telling you, when you do these three things, improve your mindset, improve your body, and improve your reputation, you will be on track to creating generational freedom for yourself, for your friends, family, future kids, future kids, future kids, so on and so forth. Every single person that you come into contact with. And the beautiful thing about all of this is that you have the opportunity today to take action to create this type of generational freedom. All right. You have that opportunity today to do it. All right. And I want you to do it because you deserve it. All right. You absolutely deserve it. And so I want to leave you guys just with, again, I like being very practical. You guys know that about me. This thing is all about just really taking action. What you can do today as an action step to really just get you started by improving your mindset, improving your body, and improving your reputation is, I want you to make somebody smile today. Be the reason someone smiles today. All right. Whether it's in a joke, whether it's in a nice note, whatever it is, it can be someone you know, it could be a complete stranger. I just want you to find a way to make someone smile today, because when you do that, they'll feel great about themselves, but you'll feel great about yourself as well, because you just created an impact that really could change their life, because you don't know what making them smile really did for them, because you never know what people are going through. There's so many times where even just holding the door open for somebody or just a kind gesture, how that really changes someone's entire physiology and just entire mentality on their day, because they were really going through it before you had that kind action. So be the reason that someone smiles today. Be the reason someone laughs today. Be the reason why someone just has hope today, in some way, shape, or form with whatever it is that you do. All right. So I'm encouraging you to do that. Again, take those 3 steps. Just another recap: improve your mindset, improve your body, improve your reputation. You do those 3 things, you will be on your way to creating generational freedom, which is creating true impact into the world that will influence your friends, your family, your loved ones, your future kids, and every single person that is around you. And you have an opportunity to do that today. So I hope this episode was helpful to you. I hope that you got value from it. If you did, again, be sure to be sure to comment to let me know what you think. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, again, if you are somebody that feels stuck, you want more for your life, you want better for your life, and you just have some goals that you are trying to hit, be sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell so that way you can get notified for the episode that's coming up next week. Even go back and check out some past episodes. I really appreciate you guys. Again, get your ticket to the Dreamer Symposium. I look forward to seeing you there. For everyone that really wants to get clear on their goals and find their how. And always know your dream is possible as long as you are willing to work for it. I believe in you. Go dominate your day.